was embarrassing earlier because we arrived in the same outfit, but I made Dean change. Dean, what's coming up?
Coming up, legendary rocker Bruce Dickinson joins us live at the desk.
Welcome back. This is Verdict.
Our next guest is a musician and a pilot, here to rock out with his cockpit out.
Bruce Dickinson has more skills and abilities than a Swiss Army knife. As the lead singer of legendary metal band Iron Maiden for more than 30 years, he's got a voice that screams heavy metal. He's also been known to take to the skies as a commercial airline pilot.
That was absolutely awesome.
On top of that, Bruce is an expert swordsman, once ranked 7th in Britain.
The best way I could fight anybody would be one of these.
He's a best-selling author, ale brewer and entrepreneur, and fits it all in whilst rocking out around the world. Next up, Project Desk.
Legend, would you please welcome Bruce Dickinson? Australia. You've just flown in. Was it annoying being a passenger rather than a pilot?
No, it's fantastic. No, I just sit in the back and fall asleep, actually. It's great.
Are you judgmental about the way others fly planes?
No, because people in glass houses should not throw stones.
Oh, really?
Yeah, they're but for the grace of God go I, so... no, I'm just... I'm especially relaxed in Australia because, I know quite a few Australian pilots and they're pretty good standards over here, very high,
Oh, that's good to hear.
Well,
Iron Maiden.
Bear in mind, I'm flying on quite a few airliners in Australia over the next few days, and if I say anything wrong, then popular guy.
Let's do this. Iron Maiden. Unbelievable. Huge. 90 million albums you've sold. This is one of the biggest bands, most successful bands in rock metal history.
Yeah, we're still here, still alive.
Still going, touring. It's amazing. But the most astonishing thing is, famously, you've done this without ever really getting radio play. And in a pre-internet age where radio play basically is meant to determine whether or not you can be successful. How did you do that?
Well, we just went out and played to everybody and just kept coming back and not going away. I should say, I always like to say that our fans, it's a little bit like plywood. So we get an extra layer every year and they can just kind of keep sticking together. So eventually it just gets bigger.
But were you focused on a particular area or something?
No. I mean, this is the thing that some people in the media, when they come to the shows, they sort of go, oh, well, they're doing an 80,000-seat stadium now, so I suppose I haven't been there for the last 20 years. I should go see Iron Maiden. Right. And they go, oh, but all these young people are there. I said, well, yeah. I mean, it's not people. I mean, I'm 60 now, right? So I never thought I'd be 60 doing this, but I'm doing it and loving it. But it's not, the audience is not 60-year-olds. Yeah. The audience, and in fact, if the audience was 60-year-olds, I wouldn't be there.
Is that Groucho Marx line about you don't want to join a club that
you'd be a member of? Because we're the best will in the world, I mean, there's now a trend, apparently, whereby people in certain genres of music are paying extra to get the aisle seat.
Right. Oh, yes.
You know why that is?
To go to the toilet?
Just go to the toilet. Yeah. So, I just, I don't want to be looking out at, a bunch of my audience and say, hello, the great incontinent.
Well, I mean, you've been touring for 30 years. What's changed in your world in touring? How has the rider changed? How has backstage changed?
There's a lot more ibuprofen on the rider.
Yes. Kombucha.
No. But we had to look after ourselves. In fact, people are very disappointed when they come backstage because they're like, cauliflower, beetroot, sort of like healthy stuff. Well,
you had throat cancer famously a couple of years ago.
Yes, I did.
Did that change your whole sort of approach to life?
Yes and no. Yes, I didn't have much option about changing a few things. I'll tell you one thing it did do. As a after effect of the treatment, I've almost lost the ability to taste sugar.
Oh, that's a great thing.
Well, you know what it is. Because, first of all, I never realised until I couldn't taste sugar how much rubbish was in things I formerly thought were food. And then I'd sort of eat. I go because I was Mr. Toblerone in the minibar. And so suddenly milk chocolate is like, oh no. Dark chocolate, great. Veggie, fish, everything, cheese, meat, all things like that taste fine. But biscuits, sand.
I would never have guessed Toblerone was going to be the biggest issue on the Iron Maiden rider.
No, it is. It's just an inconvenient shape. You know what I mean? It's so confusing with Toblerone. If you look at it from afar, you could imagine you're in Egypt, maybe, or something.
Bruce, can I ask that? Going from a heavy metal tour, you've just written a wonderful book. Congratulations on that. When you go from a heavy metal tour, singing, to a speaking tour? How does that change with the impact of your voice?
Oh, very good question. Well, you really can't mix the two things in terms of the way you use your voice, because when you're talking, it's really your biggest enemy as a singer is talking, because you use your voice in a completely different way. So I spend most of my time when I'm on tour not talking. Or talking a bit, but not going out going blah, 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 blah. But I'm not singing at the moment, not for a little while. I will be, but then I just get myself into a different headspace for it, because it's, I suppose it's a bit like Usain Bolt's trying to be a footballer now, isn't he?
Yes, he's going okay.
So, he's doing okay, but I imagine his running style is very different to, if he was going to be running 100 metres, he wouldn't be running around on a football pitch to prepare for it. Totally different way of using your body.
But the best bit is, Bub, you get to keep all the money. You don't have to share it with the band.
Who's that? What?
You, when you're doing your speaking tour, right? It's just you.
Oh, it is just me,
Trust me, you're going to be stoked at the end of this tour, babe.
I thought there was something missing. Because I was doing the sound check today at the Palais Theatre here. I actually played the Palais Theatre in '82.
Wow.
Right, with Maiden. It was the first time we came to Australia. And the Palais Theatre in Melbourne. I think it was 1 or 2 nights. I can't remember what it was. It was just amazing to go back there. Absolutely brilliant.
We haven't touched the sides of all the interesting, amazing things about you. You've got to get this book. It's amazing. You did a gig in Sarajevo during the siege of that city when snipers were going crazy. You've got to get this book, guys. It's amazing.
Bruce's book, What Does This Button Do? Great title. Is out now, and if you'd like to catch him live, all the dates and details are on our website. Would you please thank Bruce Dickinson. Coming up, had a look at ScoMo's personal website